For those of you online, we will be starting here in a few minutes, but I want to give you a heads up and say that this is the Command app class today. And so I will be playing. Oh, that's fine. Right. Wait, what is my... Woohoo. When you guess your login right the first time, that's, it's going to be a good day. So hi, everyone. How are you all doing today?
Wonderful.
That's good. Thanks. I'll shut this one over here. All right, welcome back to another week of how to build a $120,000 database based off KW's model. So I'll go over like a very brief overview on what we did in the past weeks for anybody new to catch up on. But always feel free to, if you feel lost at any point today and you would like a one-on-one on anything I say today, on kwbresources.com, our internal site, you can always book an appointment with us, the Market Center Tech Trainers, by going up to I Need Tech Help in the top right corner. That will bring you right to our Calendly. You can book anytime. So, as I go through anything today, feel free to, of course, book an appointment, especially if you missed the past few weeks here. But just an overview, so I am logging into Command. So that is at agent.kw.com.
We do it on our app.
Nope, not yet. I'll let you know when you can open up the app. But first, I just want to overview what we've done so far. So far, we've talked about the contact sections. Getting contacts into Command is the very first step to utilizing any tool in Command. So getting your contacts in there, whether they be on your phone, on your Gmail account or email account. And if you would like to walk through that together, again, book an appointment, we can do it together and get them imported together. And then we've talked about also best practices. So that model that KW came up with, $120,000 database, that's not just talking about throwing all your phone contacts into Command and boom, you've got $120,000. They want complete contact records. These 200 contacts to have complete contact records. So that includes an email address, a phone number, a physical address, and then additionally, it'd be nice to have a birthday and a home anniversary. So those are the 5 items that we're looking to really fill out for these contacts. And that might seem very, overwhelming. You might have 200, 500 contacts that you have, and, figuring out where to start to fill out those contacts can be a little overwhelming. So that's where we recommended the best practices of tagging your VIPs. So tagging like your top 10% is the number, but it can be totally up to you guys and your business, the top 25, top 50. And tagging those contacts as VIP. And you can do this in the contact section in bulk. So clicking these check boxes on the left-hand side. Selecting one just will create the select bulk action field to appear, where then we can add that VIP tag in bulk for your top 20 or whatever that may be. So that gives you a really good starting point of who I should start with to start filling out that contact information for. So those are most likely to give you a referral or are most likely to be a real estate lead coming forward. Now, what to do with those VIPs to help systematize of scrubbing these contacts and adding them to the appropriate smart plan there was a smart plan that we went over, it was 2 weeks ago now. The smart plan's name is this, let's see, I have so many smart plans, but this My 36 Touch Carolinas region. And if you do not have this smart plan, I'll show you how to find that right now. So in this smart plan section, you'll see it will default on my current smart plans that I've set up in my account. But we can go right over to the library here to search for any other smart plans that other staff or other agents have created and published for other agents to use. Now, this one I'm talking about was created by the regional tech trainer, so it was made specifically for you guys. I find it easier searching by her name if you don't have this already. So if you click this drop down, you can search by author name. And her name is Sydney. I'm hoping that will come up. Seymour, yep. So it's Sydney, and it's kind of spelled weird. I can spell it. Well, marker. Here it is. So the author name is well, this is kind of hard to see, but yeah.
You just follow the steps to create a plan for yourself and your content?
Exactly. So smart plans go a little bit above and beyond email campaigns.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom. This is my mom. That's why she, yeah. So they go above and beyond email campaigns to really set up a system for you. So it does things like it can send out emails to your contacts, but can also set up like tasks to remind you to go do something, like a call task to go call them after they receive that email. So yeah, these library, you can search through these to find like specific ones like open house, for example. And yeah, smart plans are really set up to create systems for your business. Yeah, absolutely. And since, you know, if you're new, if you'd like to go ahead and download this smart plan that we're going to add here, and I'll go back to the contact section too to add a contact to it. So again, we are under smart plan. We are in command and under smart plans. And then clicking library at the top so that you can search for other smart plans. And then clicking this drop down here will allow you to search by author name instead. I just find that it's easier to search that way for this instance. And then the one we're looking to add is this 36 Touch Carolinas region. And we're going to add that smart plan, and you'll see it doesn't say success. It might say download next to those. Go ahead and download all of those smart plans and then click the last one to download here. All right, once you've got that added, that's going to now display under My Smart Plans by clicking over on the My Smart Plans tab. And from here, we can click the Add Contact button next to the 36 Carolinas Region Smart Plan. We can search by that VIP tag. And select those to add to the smart plan. Now it's going to show you any contacts with missing information, which is awesome. You can then see who you need to go update that information for. But you can always just remove those contacts with the error. And this is a very important step here to remember. So from 2 weeks ago, if you start a smart plan with the smart plan, you'll always want to stagger over the next few days. And what that means, it just means if you add like 500 contacts to the smart plan, you can choose to stagger it by 3 contacts a day, for example. So instead of receiving 200 task notifications to call a person, you'll instead receive 3 per day of those contacts. So 3 of those 200 contacts per day. So important to stagger start here and click confirm. All right, so that was an overview of what we've done in the past weeks. Now we're going to break out the command app. Now, if you do not have the command app, go ahead and download it. So by going to your Apple Store, your Apple Store, or Google Play Store, or App Store. And what you can search for is KW command. And you may see 2 apps that come up when you search this. So one being a red background and a white KW that says KW : command. So that's the one we'll focus on today. But I would also recommend downloading, if you have not already, the KW : buy and sell real estate. And that's a white background and a red KW. So these 2, red background, white background, and then. So the difference is the KW command, that red one, is going to be the agent, like your mobile version of command. So this is where you sign in, you can see your tasks, you can see your contacts. The other one, the KW buy and sell, that is for your contacts, so they can search for homes on the go. So they can sign up on this app. It's going to know their like current location, and then they can see homes around them, so they can search for homes on the go.
That's when we should send it.
Exactly. So on that, and we'll talk about both, even though we'll focus on command, but just a heads up, that consumer one, you do not have an agent login for it. So it's gonna, when you open it, it's gonna prompt you to sign in or sign up. You feel free to sign up and pretend you're like a client so that you can see what your clients are seeing, but you don't have a login for the consumer side. Your agent side is the command app, which is the red one. Does that make sense for everyone, the difference? Okay, awesome. Yeah. Or are you like, I would recommend always being through the command app. So even sharing your app, your branded app, I would recommend doing that through the command app. So really you won't need the consumer app other than maybe just to see what they see in case they have questions about it. Yeah, oh, good. Yep, exactly. And then 2, as your clients are looking at homes and favoriting properties, these are all things that you'll be able to see on their timeline, so you can see what they're looking at and what they're favoriting. So you can be like, hey, I see that you're interested in this. Would you like to see more properties like that?
Do you see that on your command?
On command app and on command. Yep, exactly. Great questions. So yeah, this command app, has everyone downloaded it now? Everyone has it, good. And has everyone signed in? Now your sign is the same as command there. Awesome. So I'll walk through this app as a whole, but I also want to correlate it to the smart plan that we have set up. This 36 Carolina's Touch. All right. So I opened up this smart plan just to show you what each step is and what it's telling you to do. So that first step is a task notification that's letting you know to go clean up the contact record. So either by going to check on it, make sure that contact record is correct, or by actually updating it. So reaching out to them to get the email or something like that. So to see your task on the command app, it's going to be that center icon on the bottom. And if everyone could use their command app, because I know this is very small. So if you get lost at any point, just raise your hand, I'll come to you. So that your tasks are going to be that center icon on the bottom toolbar. And this is a great thing to start checking every day. So this is going to show you your upcoming to-dos, your today's to-dos, your upcoming to-dos as well. So I have some past dos that I need to focus on. But I added myself to this smart plan yesterday, so I could show you that this comes up as a task notification right here. So it's telling me to, I'll go ahead and click on it, to clean up the contact record for Jules Betts, for myself. Now from here, what I can do is link to the contact. So I can simply click the link contact to open up the contact record. And then I can click the 3 dots in the top right corner to edit this contact record. So as I'm looking through and I see I need to update this phone number or an email or add in a birthday or home anniversary, clicking on the task, right, will open up to click on a contact and we can start editing. Is everyone there? Does that make sense for everyone? I also want to point out a really cool feature. So, you know, the workflow of adding contacts to command into your phone, what command really wants you to do is to add your contacts instead of to your phone to your command app. And once you add the contact to your command app, again, clicking the 3 dots in the top right, you'll see save contact to phone so that you can quickly add it to your phone as well.
I'm not seeing.
So, okay, or we can start from a new contact because I bet you didn't click on a contact.
We may not have any contacts that the best solution.
So we're just going to click on any of, so let's just say like phone call. So we clicked on the contact and those are those 3 dots.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Anyone, is everybody else on the same page? Awesome. So yeah, that's a great workflow if you have met somebody on the go. Going to the contact section of your command app, and so that's going to be the second icon instead. And then clicking that plus icon in the bottom right. We can fill out that information of whoever we just met. So I'm going to use a test. Yep, edit. And then you can edit any of that information. So from that task that we get, you can edit that information. You'll see that their phone is also hyperlinked in their email. So if you need to reach out to them, you can simply click on their phone number to call them and reach out for that email. Yeah.
This, or do we still have to manually put this into?
Like what are they scanning?
Link. So for
Link.
example,
Yeah, so you would have to manually add them into command. But if you have like if a lot of people are scanning that QR code and you get an Excel spreadsheet of them, you can also bulk import them.
Okay.
Which might be easier than manually. Yeah. So I just want to point out when you're editing the contact, at the very bottom, that's where that you can add in the birth date and home anniversary. So it's under about in case you don't see that. And so yes, so what that's telling you, so this is giving you a task notification to either go check it, make sure that you have all the information. And if you don't, to actually go reach out to them to get that information so that you can have a full, complete contact. And you can always see, again, your tasks in the task notification here to really start utilizing the smart plan. Yeah.
So.
Mhm.
Out to the side, where it says task name, it says none. What is that?
Oh, it says no priority. The none, it
Oh,
means
none
it could be
is fine.
low, medium, or high. Yeah, good question. Yeah, I didn't know that one.
Subscribe, you know, you just recently upload online. I just go ahead and delete it out of here, or does it automatically?
It won't send them an email. Like if they unsubscribe from the email, they won't receive another one. The system will block it. But you can, I guess, delete it if you'd like for your organization.
Delete it here, but I go to online.
Yeah, you can delete it here. So yeah, with these contacts, you can also delete them. So if you click those 3 dots in the top right of the contact, you can click archive.
And then we'll delete it here.
And in command. Yep.
Is it showing her?
Oh, it's yeah. I have a whole bunch of. So see all these. Okay. And so let go. Oh, sure.
All right, so that's a really big first step, is completing that contact information in there. Because why that's so important is because this smart plan will automatically add them to the appropriate smart plans. Like, for example, the biweekly neighborhood nurture, which requires the contact to have an email and a physical address, which is why it's cool that the first step is to go update that information so that when they get added to the smart plan, they can actually run on it. So again, this next step right here is adding them to a biweekly neighborhood nurture. And so what that means, it's sending them an email automatically on your behalf every other week. And let me show you what exactly they get. So I'm going to jump a little bit, but I'm going to show you what they're receiving here for that biweekly monthly neighborhood nurture. So why it's so important to have an email. So one, that is, it's an email that they're getting sent, but also the physical address. Having a physical address for a contact will allow command to automatically pull a neighborhood. So based off that physical address, command will select this neighborhood. And then every 2 weeks with that smart plan that's set up, they will receive an email like with this information. So it will show them properties in that neighborhood. And of course, they can reach out to you right here. You can have multiple neighborhoods so they can look between them. They can also, in the top right, if you go to neighborhood stats, they can access like a mini CMA of the neighborhood, current and sold stats. They can put in their place of work and calculate commute time, nearby schools, places based off Yelp. So really cool information they're getting, as well as custom information. So this is based off their physical address, so their actual neighborhood. So they are seeing things based off their location, and they're receiving this twice a month automatically without you doing a thing, other than adding their physical address.
That's amazing.
Yes, exactly. There's a monthly neighborhood nurture, and then there's a bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. It's just the frequency that's different there. But this is my favorite smart plan in all of Command. So it's great that this smart plan, the Carolinas region one, automatically adds them to this. All right, next is the My Quarterly Call plan it adds them to. So that smart plan, yeah. No, don't worry.
So if we have like this virus, and we highlight multiple neighborhoods.
You sure can, yeah. So great question. If you don't have their physical address, or yeah, they're more interested in saying what they're, not where they are, but what they're interested in, you can definitely add neighborhoods manually to these contacts. So you can click add neighborhood and search by name, or you can even find it on a map. And what's cool too, if you do put in their address, it will auto pull that neighborhood, and then it will show suggested neighborhoods nearby below it, so that you can simply click on it to add that neighborhood to them.
I get that breaks down per neighborhood.
Yep, it does, like right here. So on this preview up top there, they can switch between them, and they can also add in their own neighborhoods too. And that again will transfer into command. Yeah.
They can do all this through the app and share with them.
No, so this would be an email that they would be receiving. That's a good question. Yeah.
But they can do searches on their app.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the-
All right. So yes, the next smart plan it adds them to is that quarterly call plan. So utilizing your phone or your command app for your quarterly call plans is highly suggested. So the quarterly call plan is great because it reminds you once a quarter to call your VIP contacts. So you don't have to remember who should I call next or who did I leave off on. It will just remind you automatically. And then you can see those reminders in your command app, again, under the task section here. And why it's so great to do it through your phone is, for example, I have quarterly call with Easton. I can click call right from this task. And it does give you two options, so, or it might not for everybody. I get to call from my real phone number and then like from my WhatsApp because I have WhatsApp downloaded. But you might just get called from your phone. And what's really cool is that once you call from your phone and hang up, this pop-up, you'll receive this pop-up in the app. It says, would you like to add activity? And you can click yeah. And then you could say, okay, did they answer? Did you leave a voicemail? Did they talk to them? What did you talk about? So next time you get that notification for your next quarter that you receive this reminder to call them, you can see, oh, we talked about X, Y, and Z, and so that you can bring it up in the next conversation. Make it really personable. Right? So yeah, adding those in, and then you can also be checking these off. Those call reminders, so just in case you didn't do it through the command app for any reason, you can just check it off and it will still give you the same reminder to add in those notes so that you can really keep this personable.
And you might have a lot of tasks, you think, how can you reset it, start fresh? Can you just clear them all out and then?
No, but you can from the desktop, you can archive in bulk, but you cannot do that from the phone.
You know, archive one at a time,
Mhm.
because that's why.
Yeah, you can archive one at a time, but if you have like a ton, you might want to do it from the desktop. All right. All right, so for the next smart plans that this Carolina's Touch adds it to is the My Birthday and My Home Anniversary. So again, having those birth dates and the home anniversary date in the contact profile is hugely helpful because then it can remind you 7 days before their birthday or home anniversary to send them a handwritten card. So not having to remember when their birthday is and just getting a reminder to go do so 7 days before, and then again on their actual birthday and their home anniversary day. And you'll receive that as a task notification. So in your task on the command app, but you'll also see that on the home page, and I think this is pretty cool. On the home of the command app, you can see at the bottom upcoming birthdays and home anniversaries for the next 30 days. So if maybe you want to get in a habit of at the beginning of each month, just going to your command app and clicking, on that birthday so you can see who all has upcoming birthdays and get them all written out all at once. That's a great idea too. So those are two spots that you'll be able to get notifications or reminders for those home anniversary and birthday dates. All right, and then so in the smart plan, there is a social media interaction. So for this, I'll show you where you can actually add a contact's social media if you have it to make it a little easier for your processes. So if you go to the contact section, and you can click on any contact as an example here. If you click the three dots to the very top right and click edit, you can add in their social media. There's a field so that you can add in their social media. And the only reason that I would really recommend that, and it's not super crucial or anything, is that it will allow you to be able to just click from the contact record to click on their social media profile.
Add the social media profile.
It's under social media. It's like
Three dots. I have three dots. Three dots.
yeah, and then edit. And then slide. Right there. It really is hiding. There's so many fields. Sorry. Okay, whoops, sorry, I got booted out here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the only reason I would recommend that is, again, so this is letting you, this is giving you a task to go comment or like their social media posts, some way to interact with them other than real estate to really build that connection. And if you do have their social media in here,
So that's a link right under, so let's say they have a Facebook page.
mhm.
Is their name that I would put it? I have
Yeah, it would be their handle, it would be their username. This is honestly like a little next level, and it would honestly just be easier just to go search them on Facebook and do it that way. But you can add their social media profiles there in case you want.
Social media.
All right, we're gonna go contact, click on a contact and edit it.
Well, thank you.
You can add their social media URL if you happen to have that. Yeah, would you like to share how you do with the social media? Okay.
Have that URL, then it can pull up the work page and stuff from there, right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
so
how
really,
do it much?
yeah, it really doesn't do much other than allows you can click on it. Like if, for example, this task notification, I could click on their URL, bring me right to their Facebook page where I could like their most recent post because it would bring me right there. But it would be just as easy to pull up Facebook and search their name and do it that way too. And Lorenzo might have a cool way too that he goes about it.
When you're in my laptop, and I'm in the section, I just open up a new tab with a Facebook page, and I go to that person's homepage. The URL at the top, just click it, just copy it, and literally just paste it onto the command slot. 'Cause it'll give you like the full URL.
Their page, just double click and highlight it.
Then just right click it.
Oh, I see.
Right click it, URL, and copy it. And when you go to their profile, you just go up and
I don't know my Facebook login. I would recommend just going to the page. Yeah, I honestly, like, totally honestly. Yeah, this is what they recommended. I think it's easier just to go to Facebook and just search their name. Yeah, because no, really, other than that access point.
I guess it's letting you know, notify you if they post, correct?
No, it wouldn't even notify you of that. It's just an access link to click on their code to get there. Yeah, so, yeah, if you'd like so, yeah. So yeah, my personal recommendation would just be to go to Facebook or social media directly to go do this. But yes, it is doable in Command to link that up. All right, so this next option here, I'm pretty excited about because this is a newer update. And I won't be able to show you exactly because I have a contact already on the smart plan, so it's active. But they've made a recent update to smart plans that in the past, with those text messages through smart plans, you had to have Twilio in order to utilize the text messages through smart plans. And so what Twilio is a third-party integration. It's like an app that can integrate with Command to allow you to like bulk send text messages as well as automate your text messages. But before, that was the only way to automate your text message process was buying a Twilio number. And it's a cool feature and tool to look into. But one con I found was that you did have to buy a Twilio number. So it wasn't coming from your own personal number, which was kind of a bummer. But now there's a newer update that you can now set text message steps as create a text task instead of send an automated text. And why that's cool is that it will show up, yeah. No, it cannot. That was a good question. Yeah, it's like a totally different number that you have to purchase when you buy Twilio. But you can when you buy Twilio number, you can find a local number that's like 704 or 980. But yeah, it's like not your own number. So I've gotten feedback that that's not the best. But
Just the homepage of smart plan, don't get where you're at.
oh, we have the Carolinas. Do you have the 36 Carolinas region? Oh, click the pencil icon to open that up. Yeah. And so I set up a text task, and so instead of before, if you didn't have Twilio, it would just skip that just skipped that step. And so you weren't able to really utilize that part of the system. But now if you set it up as a text task, it will show up like a task under the command app. And you can click to text straight from this task and actually use your personal phone number. So it will pull that phone number from the contact record that it's linked to. And it will allow you to then text straight from your personal phone number. Right? I was really excited about it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, through the smart plan, you're going to get a text task. So you're not going to see this text task on your end, but it will look like this. It will say text and be linked to a contact record. So then all you have to do, it will say like, it will be hyperlink text, like that right there,
Okay.
where you can simply just click text, that button. This.
And where'd you find it under text? So right here.
So it will create a text task for you, and then you'll receive and it will look like this.
Okay.
Task. Yeah, like the tasks, like all these tasks.
Here. It'll go to there. How?
So like it's setting up a contact on here on this 36 touch plan. So on day 12, it will, on day 12, it will create this text task. So you won't receive this task until all these steps are completed.
Oh, until like after all the.
Smart plan steps are completed. So it will first remind you to update the contact information. And then it's, if you scroll down a little bit, it's going to delay a day. And then it's going to add them to all the subsequent smart plans
Okay.
before
Oh,
getting
so
to that
it's down
task.
here.
Mhm.
Yay,
Way
found
down.
it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely.
Question. So if you, let's say that I add somebody into my 36 target tab to this plan right now.
Mhm.
His birthday is on the 31st of March.
Mhm.
So let's say that we're like 1 week before it. Will it skip all the way to the birthday and then do everything else before it?
No, so it will give you this task first,
The
but then it's
birthday?
gonna wait 2 days. So you have 2 days to get that contact record like updated, and it's gonna add them to the birthday, and which is a different smart plan in itself. So then that will be based off the date, and it will just remind you 7 days before.
Ah, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Nice. Great. Anybody else have questions? Alrighty. So yes, that is an exciting update that you can now text from your personal phone number with smart plans. Very excited about that. The next thing in this smart plan, it will send them an email. So this is the email it will send them, just to open it up. This was created for us. So it can send them this email, and these will all be filled in with your information pulling from your marketing profile. So if you ever wanted to, for example, edit that smart plan, maybe it doesn't sound exactly like you for any reason, you can click these 3 dots and click to edit the smart plan. You can also select a new smart plan if you would like. So if you have maybe an email design that you are working with, you can select a new one. But it's a pretty good email just to keep you on top of mind.
That's all under 36 touch, Caroline.
Exactly. And then the last one is a task notification, just to check on the current path of them, just to see where you should go next. Have they been replying a lot? Have they been replying with information with what they're interested in? So you can go set them up on a safe search. You know, this will just bring you back to the smart plan, to that contact, to make sure that they are being nurtured to its fullest potential. So that is the smart plan for the 36 touch and how the command app integrates with that. Now, other than the 36 touch, there's also, so in the command app on the home page, so you'll see at the very top, you'll see your to-dos first. And clicking on any of those items will bring you right to the task of to-do. So if I click like due today, I have one, and if I clicked on it, it would bring me right to that task to go do that task today. Also on the home page, you'll see opportunities, your opportunity pipelines. So clicking on that will bring you to the opportunities portion of the command app. We'll go there in just a second. And again, at the bottom, I just want to note again that you can see upcoming birthdays for the next 30 days. So if you wanted one day just to crank out all the cards for the month, you can go right here. And again, this is pulling from your contacts profile. So if they don't have birth dates in there, well, you won't have any notifications to go update it, which is why the Smart Plan is great to remind you to go do that. Moving to the contacts, so that's the next icon on the toolbar. So up at the top, you'll see that it says all as your view. I just want to point out there are different views that you can see your contacts in. So it will default on all, but let's say that you want to see your leads. You can click on leads. And those are any contacts marked as a lead. You can also click on recently active. So you can see on any contacts that have been recently active. So whether on your app or on your website. And you can also, if you've created smart views and command, you can access those here as well.
Good question on the contacts. If it has client updates off, what does that mean?
Those are for your opportunities, your opportunity checklist. And I do have opportunity
So they're
checklists.
VIPs, but it says client updates are off.
Yeah, they're for the opportunities. Are they on an opportunity?
Like,
I didn't
you
wanna-
created an opportunity.
Oh,
I think she means.
yes.
Yeah.
So one is, but one I was trying to update because it's already
Mhm.
closed. The other one is still.
So a client update is just for your opportunity checklist. And do you know if you utilize opportunity checklist? I don't think you do.
I was trying to on the computer. I'm not with it.
Yeah, opportunity checklists are super cool, like, because you can set it up where you, depending on what stage of the pipeline you're on, you get a whole checklist items. And what the client update is saying, if that's checked, that whatever you're completed, your client will get an email of all the things you've completed so far for that opportunity stage. But opportunity checklists do have to be manually put in. So if that interests anyone, I'd recommend getting an appointment scheduled and we can walk through it. It is a manual process. But the cool
So it
thing
should be
is,
on off.
yeah. But the cool thing is with the opportunity checklist, once it's set up once, it doesn't have to be set up ever again. So I highly recommend them because they're so great for systems and I love systems. But yeah, feel free to book an appointment. We'll walk through it. All right, so again, from this contact section, I'm gonna go back to all. We can also filter, so we can search, of course, at that search bar, but we can also filter and sort in this filter section as well. So if you wanted to sort by, something different by last name or first name. And you can also filter by tag, which I think will be a very common one you'll use. And then from this section, you can also click on the icons to call, text, or email them right from here. And clicking on that, clicking on a contact will open up what's called the contact profile. And we were here before. This is where we edited that contact information with the 3 dots to the top right. And again, I just wanted to point out the cool feature of the 3 dots to the top right. You can add save contact to your phone. Yeah, it's really cool.
Because then you don't have to go do it from your phone anymore.
Right, so it's not a double entry.
Right.
Yeah. So if you get in the practice of that workflow, I think that would be really ideal of adding it to command first and then saving it to your phone with those 3 dots. You can also share the KW app link with a certain contact. So if you want to send that to a specific contact, you could do that. And you can also archive them here. So that's the first step to deleting a contact in command is archiving it, and it will archive it in your command desktop as well. Now, those views, like similarly on the contact section, there will be different views at the top. So you'll see details first. If you click on timeline, that's where you can see things like if they're favoriting properties on the app, you'll be able to see all the activity that they're doing. Timeline.
That's like
Right, and they for example, when they sign up, right? When they sign up, you'll see on the timeline that they signed up at so-and-so time. You can see all their activity that they're doing. The one additional thing is they can save collections. Now, when they save collections, they'll be asked, do you want to share this with your realtor? So they technically do have the ability to not let you see it, but it defaults on allowing you to. So, I mean, that should be a very common thing. Sorry, what was that?
They didn't use the, like, say we didn't send them out, but they download themselves already. How would you know?
Yeah, so that's why it's so important to share the link that way. And I'll show you a different way too. Under that hamburger menu in the bottom right, you'll see share my KW link this way too. And you're able to select like to text it or email, but it's so important to share my KW link because then it's branded to you so that they don't find another agent and that you can see all that information. So just to go through those steps again, to share the KW consumer app. So again, the app that allows contacts to search for homes on the go. The best process to share that app would be to go through your command app. And then on the very far right icon, the hamburger menu icon, share my KW link. Like it will give you all the options. So like if you want to text it or email it, whatever option you want to use. But why it's so important to do it this way is that it will send them the branded KW app so that you are automatically branded to them so that you can see homes they're searching for and they don't find another agent. Yeah. And while we're under this section, I guess. So just that hamburger menu. So there's also command training on here if you wanted to access that on your phone versus the computer. You'll also see your profile. So this is pulling from your marketing profile. And then there's the opportunities, and that's what I really wanted to focus on. So under menu and opportunities, you can see your opportunity pipelines from your phone as well. So when you click on opportunities, you'll see it starts on pipeline, like from all the views. You can click manage layout in the top right. So for example, I don't have any landlords or tenant clients. I could hide those if I don't want to see those. Click save. But then if you also just different views up here, so you can click all to see all your opportunities that you have going on. In closing soons. I don't have any. But also from your pipeline, you can click on, like, for example, I have 2 on Cultivate. So if I clicked on Cultivate here, it would open up who I have in my Cultivate stage, right? And I can really expand those cards very similarly like we see in Command with the opportunity pipeline. Now, another really key reason it's great to have the Command app on your phone is notifications. So that icon that's to the left of the hamburger menu, that bell icon. The Command app will now allow you to receive notifications on your phone. So instead of having to sign into Command and looking in your bell icon in the top right of Command, this will allow you to receive notifications on your phone, which for me, that's the main place I check. So I really like to have my notifications on my phone. And I'm going to see if this feature is live yet. Oh, it might be a new one. It's not live. There's going to be some fun technology updates very soon with family reunion coming up. So I'm excited to share those too. But what's cool too about notifications on your phone, unlike Command, you can also see your read notifications as well. So usually in Command, you can just see new notifications in the bell icon. But on the Command app, you can see your unread and your read notifications here. And for your unread notifications, you'll see that there's a mark all as read in the top right, in case you have a ton of them. And lastly, so we've talked about it a lot today, but that task notification, I just want to point out that there are different views. So depending on call notifications or task notification or text notifications, so your 2 reaching out tasks, you'll be able to look between those. Any questions on the command app? Okay. So I do want to just talk about the consumer apps. Since we talked about the command app. So again, the consumer app is this KW, white background, red KW. And this allows contacts to search on the go. So if I zoom out here, I am in. So if you open up the KW app and it prompts you to sign up or sign in, I would recommend doing so and just signing up, pretending you're like a client. So just putting in any fake email or not a fake email, your email, but any email that you use and a password. Just so you can see what they're actually saying on their end. So when they open it up, it's going to pull up a map view. So this is going to show homes based off my current location or your client's current location. And what's really cool is this searches all across the US. So this is not a local Carolina search. This is pulling from the MLS all across the nation. So if you do have out of town or out of state contacts, feel free to share this app with them and they'll be able to search for homes on here as well. And you'll be able to see what they're showing or looking at and hopefully get that referral.
Is there a smart plan that can all be done for you?
In regards to what?
Sharing your app.
I think there is a smart plan.
That'd be really cool.
Let's see here. Let's look together because that is a good question. Because I remember they were working on one. I wasn't sure what the effectiveness. Let's see. So I'm under smart plans and library, and then I'm looking at these Keller Williams created ones. Yes, promote my app. But I'm gonna be honest, I've not taken a look at it. So if you'd like, we can look at it together because I think it'd be kind of cool. It's promote my app and it's the Keller Williams created ones. The Keller Williams ones are the ones I like to use a lot. So I'm going to open it up by clicking that pencil icon. Okay, so it looks like it sends them a automated, well, if you have Twilio, it could send them an automated text, or else you would have to go like text them it. That makes sense. So that's why. Okay, so these are two text notifications. Since, you know, like the app is on your phone, it's sending it via text so that they can download it on their phone. So either you could get Twilio so that it automates this process for you, or you could set it up. Oh, but you can't. So I don't think at this time you can switch KW ones to create a task. So that's only for custom ones. So basically you have to have Twilio in order if you would like to utilize this smart. Well, I don't think so. Yeah, it's pretty nominal. It starts at $3.16 a month. So like if you are someone who's interested in using a texting channel, and I think it's interesting or at least worth it to test your audience because everybody's audience is very different. And some audiences may work very well with text. Like I'm someone who I've received mostly through text. That's my primary channel. So even utilizing it just to see what feedback that you get, because it starts at $3, you know, $3 a month. And if you don't like it, you can just cancel it the next month and just pay $3 just to test it.
Then I have unused credits on Twilio.
Oh, you do have unused credits. Well, then you could definitely.
I signed up sometime.
They roll over, so that makes sense. But yeah, it's a cool feature to have. So it does look like there is a smart plan for this, but it does utilize Twilio. So if this is something you want to maybe talk about utilizing, feel free to book an appointment. We can talk about Twilio and all things Twilio and buying Twilio. But getting back to the consumer app. So they can search for homes on the go. And any homes that they're favoriting here. So my agent is Connie Yates, so she will be able to see all these things I'm favoriting on on the timeline. And you'll see here that they'll even get a like little button here to ask to reach out to the agent or request a tour straight from the app. And that's again why sharing the app through through sharing the consumer app through the command app is so huge, so that when I click on a property, that she is the agent that comes up and not another agent. Yeah.
So that oversight laws for us.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's what I want, yeah.
Yeah.
If they say a house and someone else listed it, how do I know they're not gonna go there?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And they set it up, so when I send this to my clients, I only get my information, not another agent.
Mhm.
Does this, does the app kind of tie into any of this, auto emails we've got them on?
No. Like which ones?
Like if you share my branded app
Mhm.
with my buyer,
Mhm.
is there a way they could also look at like the portals I'm sending?
What's like through the MLS?
Yeah.
Like through a smart plan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. So on this app also, they'll see a guide, which I think is pretty cool. So that middle icon has a guide, so it kind of walks them through if they're unfamiliar with the buyer or seller process. This walks them through that process, so they're a little more comfortable with this process. And then the feed here. So this is where they can set up saved searches on the app. And this will all be linked to their contact profile in command. So if they set up a saved search on the app, you'll be able to see that saved search in their contact profile in command. And I'll show you where that would be. I'm clicking on a contact to open up the contact profile. And any saved searches, for example, that they create on the site, you'll be able to see under saved searches on the contact profile. So it's all linked together, like the consumer app with command. And so anything that they're like activity-wise that they're doing on this consumer app, you'll be able to track in their contact profile on this timeline. And that you can see everything here.
I just saw that refer button. I've not been using that. So like I send it to my people,
Mhm.
they can click refer and it sends them a thing. This is the thing that the agent I was telling you about.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Because yeah, these, and I like really utilize this app it updates faster than the Zillow app. So it's really an efficient app. I pull it up when I went on vacation and just to look around at the houses, how much they cost. I pulled up this app just because I was nosy. So it's a great app that they like utilize. Yeah, because yeah, they used to have Kelly, but then that went away. And they worked so hard on creating these two apps, which I think are they're coming along very nicely. Yeah, do you have a question? Did you pull up the listing? Hold on.
Oh, you have to pull up a listing.
So, no, so like I shared, I wanted to see what it looked like. So I text my
Oh,
link to
sorry.
myself.
I did too.
And then I look at my profile and you
Sorry,
click
it's not
refer.
more MD profile.
I just love that.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna have to.
This is
Text it to
Wait,
myself.
this is
okay?
contact? Wait, what does that say? View profile.
Oh, you know why? Because I'm.
Huh. Wait, why? Wait, what happens if you click contact? Huh. Huh. Huh.
Would it call my voicemail? Yeah, it's my number.
But like, why does mine say view profile and yours says? Does everybody say on your consumer app, if you have it downloaded, if you go under more and you see your name at the top, does it say contact or view profile? Huh. Huh.
Oh.
The easiest way to do it, it's a little bit confusing, so I already have it branded to me.
Yeah.
But if you guys got like very early, like the Scott Leroy marketing, like way, like when you signed up, it'll have something about the Keller consumer app and how to brand it to you. So because we have to log in, they don't have like a different login for agent, but put yourself in as a consumer,
Yeah.
but then, you show up as your agent. So my agent shows up as myself.
Yeah.
I share that, then that is labeled to me.
Yeah, that's,
So I might, an agent might, but you have to be in it.
is it because they're not logged in? Does this say login or sign up at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay, that's gotta be it. Okay,
That's it.
thank you so much.
Email, and if you already have like your picture and everything set up like from command, it should transfer over.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Gotcha. So yeah, making sure that you are logged into this app. So like if like scroll down to the bottom, if it doesn't say sign out and it's saying log in or sign up. Awesome. That was thank you. That tricked
Then
me.
you sign up with your same login as command.
Nope,
the
so-
white KW one?
Nope. So this is just like a client, yeah, contact, you can put in just your KW email. You're just pretending you're a client just so you can see it. And then that will allow it to say view profile at the top so that you can click refer.
And I deleted it because I was scared.
Yes, I love that. Yes. That's usually how I used to teach how to share the app is through the consumer app, but I do like that command app has that feature now, which is really cool. All right. Oh, you're good. All right. Well, it's 2 o'clock. If you have any questions, feel free to stick around. We have a 30-minute workshop here where I can answer any questions that you have. If not, you guys are free for your day, but thank you so much for coming. And I really appreciate all your questions and support.
Thank you. I have a question.
You probably don't have a login. So this is like, you could sign up pretending you're like a client because this is the client side. Oh, you used to have it. I mean, you can try and log in and if it works. Okay, then I would just sign up. Just
Okay.
fun.
Can you like briefly explain what a smart plan is?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question when you're done planning.
Oh, yeah. What is the 7th today? Wow. It's the first Wednesday of every month. So yeah, it was like the very first.
It was last Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this like due today? Oh, okay. I can just sign it.
Also, technically last Wednesday, which is sister, is the orientation.
Oh my gosh, your nails are so pretty.
So much. I got a nail place actually, and I don't know what the name of it, which is bad, but I got chrome.
That's such a pretty
Ah,
color.
thanks.
I was like,
Thank you. Yeah, I saw it on Instagram and I was like, I'm doing it.
oh, it's like
Yeah, but no, it was like, yeah, I asked for chrome and they had like the specific kind of chrome vamp color. Yeah, I was very excited. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I just wanted you to see something. I was trying to. I think maybe I did something wrong from the get-go, because I was trying to put some over in compliance
Mhm.
and it's not letting me. Did I do something wrong?
Working folder.
I did
Rooms,
I
well.
did room docs.
And then now you can.
Let's see what they're working with. It's not showing it.
Is there like, can you scroll at all or no? No. Oh, yeah, there we
Okay.
go. So those are all your signed forms in that room.
Okay, so, I just go by it. That's it. Let's see if it transfers over.
Woohoo,
Oh, thank you.
absolutely. I hate
mean,
that
it's
drop
so-
down.
Yeah.
I think it's so confusing and it's hidden,
This, it won't, I'm hitting sign up.
Oh.
It won't be.
except,
Please.
oh, it looks like this email already exists. I would
I
just
just
use a
don't know
different
the-
email.
I just don't know my password. Is there a way to find it or?
I mean, no, I would just use a different email.
Okay.
Okay, so a smart plan is really created to really systematize your business. So it really goes above email campaigns and sending out emails, like a bundle of emails. You can also set it up where it sends them an email and then it reminds you to call them. And then you set up another task where you go reach out to them on social media. And then you send them another email. So it's like creating a system of like tasks, call reminders, texts, and emails.
Or just one person, like, what?
It could be a bunch of people. So for example, like if you have like all your contacts could be on a monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan, which would send them neighborhood information once a month. But they could also be set up on like a quarterly call plan smart plan, which instead of sending emails, it would just remind you once a quarter to call those contacts. So you wouldn't have to remember who you left off on or who to call next. It would just remind you once a quarter. And then like another smart plan is like a open house smart plan. So you would put all these leads from an open house and it would send them a series of emails with like your contact information, just to automate your email sending and automate your systems.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I have a scheduled
It's
meeting for
basically
you
like
guys
a
on
bunch of
Friday.
tasks. like, it's
I'll
good.
see you on Friday.
Cool. And I like, feel free to book an appointment. Do you know how to book an appointment with us?
Oh, yeah.
Feel free, and like, we can show you the smart plans we would recommend, starting
Yeah.
with like based off your contacts, like, so we can look at your contacts, tell you what smart plans we
Well, I don't
recommend.
think I'm-
Well, perfect, that'd be even easier. But like, we can just help you get your contacts in there and then set them up on all the smart plans, like together. So you don't have to feel like you have to do it by yourself.
I think you sent the wrong. You did technology orientation.
Oh, I did that for both of them.
Oh,
I needed that one signed.
Okay,
and I'm
good.
seeing you on Friday, so it's still gonna work in my favor.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're Jewel.
I'm Jules,
That's
yes.
JuLeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And we are
I have to
sisters.
Thank you.
We'll look for either of them, so feel free to call us whatever. Either way. Leah.
Leah,
No,
okay.
I'm Jules. No, I am Jules. I just totally got that wrong. I can't even get my name right. I'm so dumb.
Okay, so. I really wanna put out a Facebook ad. I don't know.
Okay,
Contact transfer.
nice, good.
Because I do have an open house and I did sell one like a month ago that I want to shoot out. So I want to kind of promote both. I don't know.
And see if he's got somebody in Buffalo Road and that he can recommend.
How could I do that? Hopefully it works.
It's usually so on Tuesdays.
Is it really?
They like to do updates on Tuesdays, which is why, I don't know why we chose.
And
these
I can,
classes.
I can schedule or come back if, or is it simple or you could just, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, well, I can show you on the
Okay,
main
yeah,
screen
yeah,
if you'd
perfect.
like. Absolutely. So, oh, you can feel free seated. I'll show you on the big monitors here. So first off, do you know if you're connected in settings, your business page?
No.
Okay, so I'll show you that first. I would recommend, I don't know my Facebook login, but I would recommend having Facebook logged in like a separate tab.
Created a page, there's nothing on it, it's clean.
Cool.
That's,
That's perfect.
okay, step one.
Yep,
Okay.
that's perfect because it does need to be a business account. So yeah, that's awesome. So for ads in particularly, so just a heads up, there's going to be 2 Facebook connections. So this one, post scheduling, is allowing you to schedule posts through command versus Facebook ads managers allowing you to run ads.
Okay, okay.
So I guess for this, you'll really want to focus on Facebook ads manager and clicking it will say connect here or connect account, and that will just connect that. All right, so once that's connected, we're going to go to campaigns and we're going to go up to, so just a heads up, like it's going to default in dashboard. We can click paid ads to see like the paid ads dashboard. So anything that you're creating or drafting, you'll see here.
Okay.
But we can click create campaign in the top right and then do social ad and making sure that says paid underneath. From here, so you'll give it a name. And so this can be just any name. This is something you'll see, nobody else will see. Same with the goal. This is just for your organization purposes.
Okay, okay.
And then you can run that through Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, but they all have to be business accounts. So if you do want to run it through Instagram or Twitter, they do have to be business profiles. I'll just do Facebook for now. So really utilizing, you go through this, I'll collapse this here. So really, we're just trying to go through each of these fields and get a check mark next to each of them to get through it.
Okay.
So if you are doing it for a listing, you can add in your listing here if you'd like. But if you're not, that's no worries.
Add and listing, like anything, it'll tag like MLS. Oh.
Yep, you'll search for
perfect.
that listing and so that you can easily
You
grab
can put this
photos.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
if
yes,
I
you can.
put, like just sold or whatever.
Yep, absolutely. So
Okay.
it will default to only my listings. You can change it to all listings because you can technically advertise for any KWB listing. So even if you didn't have your own,
Oh, cool, like, open house, whatever, because I have an open, old one, I wanna put like this old, I have an open house, I wanna shoot that too.
Yeah,
Yeah. okay,
exactly. So
okay.
you can do that. I believe though, please double check with Sabra or compliance or Tasha, just to make sure that you don't need a form, like a agreement form for that. I've heard that you just need their permission to, but you can market anybody in KWB's listing.
Okay, just
So-
make sure there's no form, or there is, or.
Yeah, just make compliance wise. I don't want you to get in trouble. So yeah, you can see all listings here and then, yeah, you can see like all statuses or like sold or closed or whatever. But yeah, we can just like click on, select one to open it up. And then, so it's pulling based off the MLS, like this image, for example, but like
Cool, okay.
for text, like for the main copy. This is something, so there's 3 fields here. This is super short. This is 25 characters. So you want something as, yes, so something as eye-catching as you can. Kind of same with main copy, like strategically recommended to put like a lot of emoji or like just something that's a bit more like, instead of putting like the description of the property here, putting like the best feature of the property, like a saltwater pool, like, or, you know, like something square footage, something that really, that you want them to really see. And then this description, so there is a description part. This is where you can really put like the beds and baths and prices. Yeah, that's what I would recommend there. And then clicking save.
Okay.
And then, so then we're gonna go to media. So this is gonna pull based off the MLS, but you can add more.
Okay.
And it will do it, choose like based off the listing, so you can easily add those, but you can also add in your own images in case you wanted to do like stock images or anything like that.
But it'll pull from MLS.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would recommend, so it will always just pull one, but I would recommend, I think it allows you to add 5.
Okay.
I think it's 5. And I would recommend adding all 5 because what's really cool about the Facebook ads is that it's dynamic in the sense that, okay, you add 5 photos from the listing, for example, it will show that ad in like thousands of different ways to different consumers,
Switch up the.
the order, and like based off the engagement, it will like take out photos that don't do well, or like, so I would recommend putting in all photos. And then the Facebook settings, so this is where you'll be able to click your page. For the destination, be sure to do this recommended thing, Facebook Legion. Yep. Because what's so powerful about that is that instead of them clicking on the ad and then you take them to a form, they have to fill out their information. As soon as they click on the ad, what this is doing, it auto pulls their information from Facebook so that they don't have to fill that in. And you're getting that information into command right away. But you can choose a destination URL so that after they go through the Facebook lead form, where do you want them to go next? A YouTube video, your website, wherever. You can then choose a audience. So you can do that based off location. But if you're doing it for a listing, for example, I would recommend doing a custom audience. And you can, yeah, like an open house, you could do a custom audience. And this is based off city or neighborhood. And you can add an interest. And I would recommend adding like Zillow and JuLeah or homes.com. Because what that's saying is that anyone that's Googled Zillow in the past. Yeah.
So in interest, that's the like Zillow or like realtor.com or like, those are the keywords, right?
Right. And like this Zillow property, like, because what you're trying to do is that it's saying, if anyone's Googled Zillow or is it Googled homes.com, this ad is going to appear for them. And those are most likely going to be hot leads. So we can click save. And then just be aware of really this audience definition, making sure you're in the green here.
What is that for?
So this is telling you how many potential reaches that you want, or how many potentials that this ad could reach.
Wow.
And you just don't want it to be too broad or too specific. So this green just gauging, it
Based on
gauges it.
location.
Based off a location and the interest. Mhm. And then lead settings. So you can auto tag these leads coming in. So if you wanted them to be tagged Facebook ad, so you know
So
that
it'll
they're,
separate. Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
they can be
Okay.
auto tagged. And what's even cooler and a little more next level though, is they can be auto assigned to a smart plan. So if you set up a smart plan that was like, hey, thank you for clicking on my ad. And then the next email is, here's my website if you want to search for more homes. As soon as they click on your ad, they'll receive an email from you.
Awesome. And is that already, that specific smart plan already created? I have to
No.
go in and- Okay,
It would
I'll
be
mess
a
with that.
custom one, which, yeah, I wish there was a better one out there, but yeah. It would be a custom one you'd want to create. And then the duration and budget here, strategically recommended to run it 5 to 7 days for $5 to $7 a day. That's usually how you can gauge that.
Pretty simple, and then we just publish campaign, right?
Yep,
Okay.
you could publish campaign, or save that as a draft if you're working on it. And then again, if you do save it as a draft, you can always come to campaigns and paid ads and those 3 dots to edit it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Kathleen, would you like to go over anything?
I'm taking in what you're saying. I'm in 2 minds right now. I'm still trying to get contracts in my head. Some need to text about. and then
Gosh.
I'm trying to listen to her.
It's never a peaceful, peaceful moment.
I can't do a download of just information, and it goes back to earlier today. PJ was like, you guys need to focus.
It's information overload. It's hard to when it's
But
everything.
I did like the thing
Yeah.
about the interest you were doing, like you said, if she put in Zillow and where's that one again? I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, it's under this Facebook ad that we were creating. Should I go back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a great day. So under campaigns, so under paid ads, we can create paid ads through here.
Okay.
So I click create campaign in the top right,
Okay.
and then I'll want to click social ad with paid and make sure paid's under it. And now the campaign name is just something you see. Same with the goal, just for your and then you can choose to run that under Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. But just a heads up, those all have to be business accounts. So if like your Instagram's a personal account, you couldn't run it under there. It would have to be a business Instagram. But we can click create campaign here. So if it is for a listing, we could click like add a listing so that you could search the MLS for this listing. And if like, just for this example, I'll just like click on this. So we'll pull that image like from the MLS as well as the description, but strategically looking at these text fields. So for the headline, this only has 25 characters here. So it's something super short. So really for the headline, you want something as super eye-catching as you can get and as super short as you can get. And then for the main copy, you'll see that that appears at the top there. So that's where it's actually recommended to use things like emojis or like talking about the best feature of the house, like saltwater pool, or like just something that is eye-catching so they don't scroll is the point of the main copy there. And then for the description, I would put this under the description part. And this is where you can put like the beds, baths, and like square footage, and then the description if you'd like. But really that main copy and headline, pure goal, don't scroll. That's the whole goal there. All right, and then from here, and I'll just get through this. We save. We can go to media. Now the media, again, that pulls from the MLS, and it's always just going to pull 1, but you can add up to 5 images from the listing, and I would highly recommend adding all 5. And the reason is because Facebook will, once you publish the ad, it will publish like 1,000 different versions of that ad, like of the photos in different orders or showing just 2 photos instead of all 5. And then based off the engagement and performance of the ad, it will readjust the ad. So for example, if one of the posts, this picture didn't get clicked, it will just remove that picture. So that,
Okay.
'Cause-
Awesome.
yeah.
Without your
exa-
input at all.
exactly,
Okay.
it's just based off the performance that it's back end work. It knows what performs well and what doesn't, and it will, change it up based off that. So I would recommend adding as all 5. 5 is the max that you can add, so that it can work its magic on that. Next, we're going to go to Facebook settings. Now, this is where you'll be able to select your page. I don't have mine linked up here, but always click the Facebook lead generation form as the destination. And the reason is that that will automatically pull. It's because I don't have a Facebook page, but it will automatically pull their information from their Facebook profile. And that's the lead information that goes straight into command before they even get to like the page you want them
That
to.
lead generation form.
Mhm.
So it will automatically pull from there.
Yep, it will pull their information from their Facebook account, and all they have to do is click next to get to this listing information. But at that point, you had already captured the lead information just off the click. And so wherever they go next, you've already captured the lead.
Did I miss something? when you created this campaign? Like, how did I send it to their Facebook page? Did I miss that?
Nope, so that's the next, this is the custom audience part.
Okay,
So who this ad is going to show up for.
just going down further.
Mhm.
Okay.
This is where we can set that up. So one, I will point out, you can target your database. So if their email address and command is the same as their Facebook account, they'll be the people that will see that ad, which is pretty cool. But in regards to like a custom audience, usually you're going to do that based off a location and like a radius based off that of who can see it. And then this is where we started talking about adding interests. So if you add interests in like Zillow, and JuLeah and homes.com, those are the 3 interests that we add in. And so that this ad will show up for people who are Googling those terms. So those people who are Googling Zillow are probably more likely hot leads than someone, Googling anything.
So where will this show up on their Facebook page?
Facebook page.
Okay.
So like when you're on Facebook and you have like all your friends posting in the center, and then you see on the right-hand side, there's like ads for shoes or other stuff on the side. That's how your ad displays, like on the side there. And so, yep, and that's when too, like audience definition, you'll want to look at that just to make sure that you have a big enough radius or your interests aren't too specific. Let me click save. Let's just move on. And then lead settings, you can auto tag these contacts coming in. So if you wanted them to all be tagged Facebook ad as soon as they come in, or if you're running this for a specific listing and you wanted them to be tagged that listing address, so you can see who's clicking on it, they'll be auto tagged. And then a step further, but this is a little more complex, you can auto assign them to a smart plan. So in theory, they could click on the ad. You can set up a smart plan that sends them an email that says, thank you for clicking on my ad. Please let me know if you have any questions. And here's my website to search for more homes. So that as soon as they click on that ad, they receive an email from you
Okay.
as a follow-up, just right away. And you don't do anything. So
And that is, the lower part of the, and it's in lead settings.
so, yep, it's lead settings, and I can't scroll down anymore, but it's assign to smart plan.
Okay.
The only thing is there's not a smart plan out there already for this. So it would be a custom created smart plan.
So if I had a smart plan, I could pull it in.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And I can show you how we can create that smart plan too,
Yeah.
if you like. So yep, we can do that. And then duration and budget is here. So strategically recommended ads should run 5 to 7 days for $5 to $7 a day. So then, yep, we'll be able to publish. It'll save right in there. And this is to where you can add that in, your credit card. So under campaigns, payments.
Okay.
This is where you can add a payment method for your ads. But yeah, let's talk that smart plan. So if you wanted to like assign them to that smart plan, it would just need to be custom created. So we can create smart plans in the top right. And like, let's say this is like Facebook ad follow-up. Apply. So what we'll do is we'll use the actions on the right to build the smart plan on the left. So we can, for this example, like send them an email and simply like typing out what you want, like, thank you for clicking on my ad. And then you could go ahead and start typing like, hi, thank you so much for clicking on my ad. And then here's my website. If you want to search for more homes, let me know if you have any questions, type that out. And then once you have that saved from that campaign section, you can click and I'll just show it.
Go over to the campaign and now put
Yeah,
that in.
as the auto assigned to smart plan. So as soon as they click that ad, they receive an email from you as a follow-up.
Okay.
So that really does systematize things. And, as you're creating that smart plan, If you wanted that to be multiple steps, like if you wanted that to be, send them an email and then wait 2 days and then remind you to call them to reach out. You can set it up, really pertaining to your business.
That's awesome. Now, question. I'd like to learn this myself, we'll see, but, now, I think with your mom or somebody else that you also have some service, I think PJ might have,
Mhm.
that you do this kind of stuff for us too?
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, we have a leverage package of SOI marketing is what we're specifically doing, of sphere marketing. And so it would involve setting up systems like this, as well as email campaign management, social media management, and then Facebook ads and postcards are in there too. So yeah, feel free to book an appointment. I would love, we could discuss
Yeah.
all the information on that.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, since I walked in here on January 9th, my head is finished.
Yeah, it's always information overload. I feel like there's so
Yeah.
much great, but double-edged.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Because I'm relocating from New York here, so I've got balls all over the place.
Oh, that would get one.
Hello? Oh, that's okay, Matt. Listen, I did talk to my son. I guess he's helping to coordinate my move down here and, I told him that, or I told him, I told you, we're probably using the U-Haul because of the cost, which is, but that you might have some other